Father, hear our humble prayer.
As we announced recently, Reality Church of Stockton is going to be moving into a transitional space in the month of November, and I'm standing in that space right now. What I want to do is I want to cast a little bit of vision and also instill hope in light of those changes. In the Old Testament, in the time of the kings, the Lord had put it on the heart of King David to build a temple, which would essentially be a place where God would meet with his people, and then his people would gather together in relationship with one another. And on the day of the consecration of that temple, after David's son Solomon had completed the project, he prayed this. He said, "But will God indeed dwell with man on the earth? Behold, heaven and the highest heaven cannot contain you. How much less this house that I have built?" You see, not only was the statement about the bigness and the vastness of God, but it was a prophetic statement about the temporary nature of the temple. You see, hundreds of years later, on the day of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, the veil in the temple was torn from top to bottom as both a symbol that through Jesus we could approach God, and also the presence of God was going to be breaking out into the world in a way like never before. Today, 2,000 years later, we gather as Reality Church of Stockton in light of this. The hope that we have is that God's presence won't be contained to a building, but by the Spirit of God, his presence is with his people, his church, his new temple. And this gives us a distinct courage as God is leading us into a transitional space in this season, a space that's going to host our church. Though space and permanence is important, and we are striving for that as a church, what makes a church is really the presence of God with us. And so here's the thing. God has been very generous to us and has blessed us with a building that's going to serve our church in this time. It will more than fit our Sunday worship space, as well as it'll be a safe, clean environment for our kids' ministry and adequate space for our offices. And in this time, we'd like to ask you to stay both invested and stay informed. In this time as a church, we are relying upon God to provide through his people. And so what we're asking you is to remain increasingly invested through your time, through your talent, and through your financial resources. Also, we're asking that you would remain informed. The leadership of Reality is going to do everything that we can to keep you updated and informed, but we're also asking that you would stay in the know. Aside from our weekly announcements on Sundays, we will be posting all the important details on our website, realitystockton.com. We're looking forward to seeking first the kingdom of God and his righteousness in our city alongside you.